Hello, welcome back to another day of playing chess. Okay, so today we're going to be playing rapid games. Today we're going to be playing rapid games and we're going to be trying to get to 2-3 if that is also going to be possible. And at the same time we are going to hello, welcome back to another day of playing chess. Okay, so today we're going to be playing rapid games. Today we're going to be playing rapid games and we're going to be trying to get to 2-3 if that is also going to be possible. And at the same time we are okay. So let's start by playing this game. And we are with the white pieces. Okay. So our opening is playing we're going to play the Italian opening. And let's see what our opponent is going to surprise us with. Okay. So bishop to c4. Okay, so our opponent is trying to do some sort of trap over here, whereby if knight captures the pawn, sorry. Yes, if knight captures the pawn, then queen goes to g5, attacking both the knight that is going to be here and the g2 pawn. And the normal move that is usually played is knight captures pawn, which obviously is going to lead to a checkmate. So we know all about this trick, and we're just going to continue with our development, which is castling. So let's see. Okay, so he took, and it's okay. So we're going to take the knight, threatening checkmate at the same time. Now we're going to continue just developing and playing normal developing moves, okay? Next, what do we want to do? We're going to play pawn to d3. Pawn to d3. Um, now I guess he might play this. If he plays, we have more pieces um attacking this square, so he's definitely going to lose a pawn. And now I don't have any idea why he played that move, but we're going to play here, putting some pressure, and he's probably going to play bishop out. Now the problem with his position is that he's not developed, and now he is in a way opening his king side. Because if eventually goes, let's say bishop to e7, right? If he goes bishop to e7, and let's say I play a move to rook to d1, right? After bishop to e7, then he tries to castle. Now this pawn is going to be undefended if bishop takes knight, right? So bishop is going to take knight, and this pawn is going to be undefended. So his position is a little bit, and he can't move the knight. Okay, so this is exactly what is happening. Now I'm going to play this move, trying to break open the center because I'm done with development. Okay, so he played this. Hmm. So there should be some sort of advantage here. Oh, okay, he has this move. Right, he has this move. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. Hmm. We missed this ball. It's actually still fine. And next we're going to take this. Yeah, it's going to play bishop here. Okay. Um, okay, so let's go here. So he captures. So now I actually missed the bishop pin. Although there's still a high chance I will win this game. So let's see. Um, I want to go bishop, sorry, knight takes. Right, so he's up. He's having um a little bit of advantage. So here I have a lot of things that I could play. I could play knight takes, right? Knight takes, and if knight takes, then because the king is in the center, even though he's having a little bit of advantage in this position, like materially, my position is like a little bit more better than him. So we have a lot of ideas like pawn push. Pawn push over here is an idea. Um, Pawn push is an idea. We also have knight takes on f6 check. Yeah, those are some possible ideas. So, and after knight takes f6 check, if queen takes, then this pawn is going to be hanging, and also the rook. And we also have bishop check, which is here, forcing the king to come to this square. But is that going to be enough to get some advantage for us? So let's try playing this move, right? If we play this move, yeah. So let's go pawn. Let's go pawn here. He can't stake obviously because this pawn is pinned to the king. The pawn is pinned to the king. Okay. So he tried to go out of the pin, and now I have successfully equalized material, as I'm very sure he can't take. And there's a discovered attack on the queen if the knight ever moves. So it's just to get the knight to a right square that gives us a tempo. So where will that be? Hmm, okay. Okay. Sorry, I went out for a moment. Okay. So we could take the knight, the bishop, but there's a much more better move. I feel like there's a much more better move that we can play here. Oh, okay. So if we actually take this, our knight is undefended, so that will not be good. So, but is probably going backwards with the knight, defending the rook, and then after that, taking the rook to this square, attacking both the this and this at the same time. Um, and then trying to bring our knights to this square. So let's take our knights on a journey. Right. So we're going to play knight to e3. Knight to e3. Yeah. Knight to e3. Okay. I actually um will have had a better chances of winning the game. I just missed the skewer on the queen and the rook. Was actually okay. Eventually he's going to blunder. Or I will win on time. I have high hopes. Now I want to go knight here. Yeah, I want to go knight here. Yes, knight here. It would um okay, yeah. I think that was a good move. Okay, so he took, ignoring the fact that his rook is hanging. Do I have a tactics that is coming for me? But let's go here. And I literally have queen here threatening mate and also mate here. This game is over. So, this game is over. It was a twist of fate. There's absolutely no way you can stop this checkmate from happening because the rook is here, stopping the king from coming out. And if he tries to move his bishop, I just take this pawn. And there's no way you can stop me from taking this pawn actually. So this is luckily for me, this was a checkmate. It ended a little bit faster than I expected it to end. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm still very sure he probably didn't see the checkmate. So yeah, I'm very sure he didn't see the checkmate. Let's go here. Okay. Hmm, we're playing against a new. Okay. So let's play the King's Indian. Um, let's play the King's Indian. He's trying to play the London system, of which we already know. Okay. Um, okay. Going to castle. Okay, so there's one of my students that's watching me, so just let me know when you're ready, so that probably after this game, I'm going to send you a challenge, or you could send me a challenge, any of the two works. So in this position, we are trying to play in a bit of a modern style, modern opening. So let's just go here. So far so good. Both of us are playing okay, except for the idea of bringing out two bishops. So pawn takes, um, to have the pawn to e5. If pawn takes, then knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. Okay, so we should probably play this first. Let's hope that he goes back to um to g3. Okay, he attacked the queen. Interesting. He's trying to pin the pawn from, and also stopping me from going here, but I can just do this. Now I'm going to be careful of playing this because if I play this, my knight is free, so he can actually sacrifice his knight and then use his queen to take the knight. So okay, so he went that way. So this is good for us as we now freely have this move at our sleeves. Okay, so let's just try to open up the position. Let's be sure that he's going to try to take with the knight. Yep. Takes with the knight. I have to take with the pawn. I can't take with the bishop because my pawn on h6 is going to be hanging. And now he's going to try to capture my queen, I think, because most players within this rating range usually like exchanging pieces. So it's not going to be something surprising to see that they capture. Yeah. So if he captures rook, okay, interesting. Oh, this, should I say, was this a wasted move? Because he just has to go back now. Yeah. So capturing will have actually even been much more better. And now I want to capture, but let's see. Let's play knight here. Hmm. If he captures, we capture this way, trying to open this diagonal for our bishop. So we're trying to open the diagonal for our bishop. Yeah. So he took, and I have, even though I have a double pawn, I have an advantage of, um, yes, I have an advantage of two bishops in this game. Next, I'm thinking of playing bishop to g4, right? So bishop to g4. Yeah, so he missed it. So this is going to be game over in pretty much very soon. He has only one square, which is this square, and I'm going to play this. And if he goes here, then yeah. So I could actually attack the rook to limit. Yeah, if I attack the rook, he has to sacrifice a piece. So if I attack the queen, let's go queen here. Where can I? Okay, okay. That move was there. Missed it. All right. Let's play here. Now the problem is that if I go there, he's just going to go move aside with his king. So let's come here instead. Let's go there. I should have actually played pawn to, yeah, pawn to f3 instead of doing that. And now, even though I have a possible chance of trapping the queen, it's not fully determined. If he moves this rook, then trapping the queen is not going to be that much possible. But I have a lot of attack. What? He missed it. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. He's trying to create space for his queen. So the question is, let's just go here. Now we're still limiting the queen squares, the queen movement. So he's going to be forced to move this rook away. Yeah. And if he moves the rook away, we can come here. And then okay, let's try going here. Might try to exchange rooks. Okay, he played that move. Let's go here, attacking the knight. And now the knight is being attacked, and if the knight moves, we can easily capture this. And the question is, where can the knight actually move to? Okay, so the knight has to move backwards to this square. The knight only has one movement, which is to this square. So knight there, bishop captures b2. Yep, bishop captures b2. And I think we're doing pretty much well in this position. I Can go here. Let's come back. I was thinking of probably um bishop to d4, trying to put more pressure on the attack. And it looked like actually like it looked like a good plan. So he's probably going to play, let's say, knight to c1 to try to get knight to a better position. I think that's going to be the best move for him. Yeah, knight to c1. And I just need, yeah. So I'm going to come here. Yeah. So the idea is to try to bring my queen here. Oh, okay. So he can actually block with his knight. Interesting. And let's go here. Yes, yes. So this is good for me. Or not, is it? I think it's not very good. I think I missed it. So if queen here, he just captures. Okay, let's go queen here. Captures the pawn. It's not what I wanted. There was probably going to be, there would have been an easy way to win this game, but this is like doing much more longer routes. And if we exchange the queen, we end up getting a rook for it. So let's just go and here, and our position is okay. The only problem is, okay, so let's get out of this pain, or let's start by putting some pressure over. Yeah, no, let's get out of the pain and probably try to play this. This looks like a very good move. Hmm. And if he doesn't capture and tries to go here, okay, he captured. So if he had captured, we just sack the bishop because the knight is pinned. And if the knight's captured, we just capture his rook. So this has given us, let's say, a little bit of opening. His knight is still restricted. Alright, so he had to go to that square. And now we're going to go here. Does he have any possible counterplay? Right, no. So let's try going here. He's going to probably go rook. Okay, king instead. Interesting. King. Okay, so what if we do a check? Was this a good idea? King. Now our rook is getting into the game. Slowly we're putting a lot of pressure. If he defends with his knight, it's just going to be bad for him. Hmm. Now the question is, what happens after this? Okay. I almost thought for a second it would have been a knight fork, except that I'm going to take and it's going to be a checkmate. So the knight fork is still here, but let's play pawn here. This stops the fork and also threatens to capture the pawn. And I have like an interesting idea of after this, let's say if he comes here, then we capture ignoring him. And if he capture, okay, he's going to capture with a check. That's the problem. Hmm. Should we fall for his? Okay, we just win. I think we win a pawn here also. We win a pawn, two pawns actually. Two pawns. If he goes knight, what? Now he lost his knight because this is a check and he's losing his knight, and I am definitely winning from here. So let's go bishop here. Hmm. Trying to bring. Yeah, just place all the pawns on the dark squares because he has a light square bishop, and notice how all our pieces are on the dark squares. So he has no possible attack. We are the ones that have the attack. And now I was just trying to look for an escape route for my rook, and this is GG. Yes, so just push the pass pawns. Careful though. Prob- yeah, he resigned. I know that there should have been a way that um I missed the win actually. I knew that I had a much more better position at some point, but I just played um badly. Now let's let's play. So let me send a challenge to a friend of mine. He has been watching our game. So I'm going to challenge him to a game if he's interested. So we're going to put 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes, and should it be rated? Let's play rated. There we go. Okay. Um okay, good luck, mates. Good luck. Okay, so he's playing the the Queen's Gambit. We're going to try playing the King's Indian Defense, which is what I like playing against d4. I will have actually tried something. Let's see, probably in another game we're going to play. So let's go pawn to g6. So I don't know what we're expecting from him. Okay, trying to take control of the center. So instead of going bishop to g7, I have to play this move to try to stop e5 from happening. Right, because now if e5 pawn takes, I just take his queen, and the position is still equal. Well, I believe I have slight advantage because I will have the tempo, as his knight will be back, and he has to develop the knight back to a good position. Meanwhile, I'll just go bishop to g7. So let's see. So what is Cody going to play? Trying to find the best move. Okay. So he went with bishop to d3. Just going to keep on playing a normal developing move. This is bishop to g7. Yeah, bishop to g7. Bishop to g7. Just trying to do normal development as we're still in the opening. So trying to bring out all my pieces into the attack. Next, I'm going to castle, play bishop out or knight out. Normally knight out and try to play. Okay, so this was this is interesting. Is he trying to go for the Samish variation, whereby he plays, let's say, bishop to d e3, and then which is bishop to e3, and then probably f this and queen here and try to castle. Okay, although either way, so we're going to still castle. If he tries the same ish, we're going to go with the Benko. Gambit. Well, I think we're doing fairly well in this position. Okay. Um, I'm going to go knight to c6. Knight to c6. Knight to c6 looks like a very good move. Yeah, and the normal move that will happen. Okay, so he decided to just castle, which is very okay. What is going to happen? Don't be afraid, 'cause after the darkness is light. Hmm. So Cody is taking his time to find the best move. Hopefully, I don't lose. Well, I'll be happy if he wins also. So let's see. Let's see going to find the best move here. So let's see if he's going to play what is on my mind. Okay. Not actually technically what was on my mind, although this move is still okay. But I think I would have preferred the move f4. So in this position, if I go knight to b4, attacking his bishop, probably going to play bishop to c4, or I could go knight to e5, taking our knight towards the center and attacking the bishop at the same time. Okay, let's go here. The position is still equal. The position is still equal, with nothing bad happening to either of our positions. So after this, I could also think of playing pawn to e6. I can also think of playing pawn to e6. Let's see. Okay. Hi, Hakim. Okay, so Hakim was yeah, so Hakim was is watching our game also. Interesting. Let's see. Bishop to g5. Bishop to g5. Okay. I could just capture. Hmm. Yeah. Or I could just capture this. Probably is going to definitely try to capture with the queen, which is okay. And after capturing with the queen, I'm going to try to keep this bishop away. Oh, he captured with the pawn. Full of surprises. Captured with the pawn, okay. I guess capturing with the queen would have been a lot more better. Well, let's see. I understand why he captured with I understand why he captured with the pawn, probably trying to open up his queen side, which is a c5. And okay, so he didn't fall for our bait. Now let's try to open up our own center by playing this move. If he captures, then bishop captures. And the position is okay. Next, we're going to think of how to get our pieces into the attack. So far, so good. He's actually playing well. I can see he's taking his time to think. He doesn't want to lose. Okay, okay, okay. That's interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so he went knight to, let's see. Okay, so we're doing well, and we're doing well. We're winning on time. Hmm. Okay, so what are we going to play here? This let's okay. If we capture, his knight comes into the game, and we take, and he's going to have a double pawn, which is going to be a lot of problem for him eventually. If he takes with the knight, if he takes with the pawn, we still end up having, we still end up putting pressure on his position. Right. He sends in the chats, I can feel the nerves. But he's actually doing well. Yeah, you're doing well. Okay. So now, what is our point of attack? Okay. Let's try to get our rook into the game. Probably. Okay, so we can actually, if we attack the queen, pawn to f3, so it's not going to be good for us. So we can actually play this interesting idea. He just hit me. Although he has a very good move that I missed. I think I was too fast to play the move. But let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, okay. He found the best move. Hmm. The question is, what if I go here? Interesting, right? The pawn becomes a weakness. Now he saw my idea of trying to go, let's say, h5, h4. But was this the best way to actually like stop it? Because I think the pawn is going to be trapped right now. Like the pawn, there's no possible way to save the pawn. But let's see. Hmm. All right. So he's down on time a little bit. He's down on time, down on time, down on time, which is good for us. Which is very, very good for us. Okay. Now what are we going to play? Hmm. Okay, so there are a lot of ideas that we could play. Okay. We could capture the pawn, which is what I'm going to do. There's also another pawn that is hanging, which is the pawn on b2. Right, the pawn on b2 is also hanging. So far so good. He's actually playing extremely well, and I am happy that he's doing this well. So what are we going to play now? Okay, okay, but was this the best move? Because I think pretty much after this move, I'm definitely going to have a winning position. I think he probably saw bishop to g5, trying to trap the queen. Or knight just eventually obviously captures, and then the position becomes much more better for me. Okay, he goes knight back, and this is it, guys. We're gradually infiltrating. We're gradually infiltrating his position. Now, and we're just going to. Hmm, what should we do here? A lot of things we could do. I like. He said, "Oh, now I know you see a mate." There's not actually, there's not actually any mate in this position. It's just it's a slow process. It's a slow process. Let's see. I like pawn here. Bishop in. He plays pawn push. After pawn push, this is a very good move. It stops his plan, as whatever his bishop is trying to do over there, and at the same time, it's helping my position. Okay, I missed that move. Well, it's not a problem for us as we have this move. And next, guess what's coming? An incoming check. Hmm. Yeah, so let's do this check, of which he has to block with either the bishop or the knight. Okay, he blocked with the bishop. Cool. Am I cool with it? Should I exchange? Exchange. Check. He's going to be forced to capture with. Okay. I think we're up material, so exchanging is not going to be bad. So let's try to stop whatever form of attack he has. Eventually, we're going to find a very good win. Here I was studying pin and I got pinned. Lol. Okay, so he said he was studying pins in the chat and he eventually fell for a pin. How fascinating. Let's go here. Let's try to do an exchange, exchange, exchange. He has 20 seconds. Can he come back? It's actually very difficult. And I think that after this move, it's very easy for me to. I could actually even pre-move. Yup. Let's go here. Get into the game. I have, I just like this move. I don't actually know if it's the best move, but it's a good move. I could ask for him time, but I don't want to. Hmm. He's trying to do a check. I'm going to definitely block with my rook. The question is, can't I just can't I just go here? Yay. Okay. So let's go. Let's do a rematch. Um, so let's play one more game. Okay. White this time around. Let's make it. Let's try and play like a very, very, very much aggressive chess. So bishop c4, doing the bishop's opening, an opening that people don't usually like. Yeah, the bishop's opening. Knight here, and hmm, let's play knight c3, something more calm. Okay, he's playing Philidos defense, which is interesting. Okay, looks like our opponent here doesn't like what do they call it? Our opponent doesn't like the fried liver. So this move, I could say I could just come back. Do I like taking? I like taking. And now let's go here. Break open the center. Right. So that's one of the things you want to do when you have eventually castled and you want to start looking for some plans or like yeah, some plans or ideas. Take control of the center. Okay. So what should we play now? What should we play? If he captures, knight captures instead of queen. Or should we do queen captures? I think knight captures is much more interesting. Okay. So this move, I think is much more favorable for me. I think we need to work on like pawn structures, like because this pawn structure is obviously very bad for black. He has like this weakness, light square weakness. Now he's creating for himself also a double pawn, and this position is going to be very, very, very easy for me in the long run. Do, 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 do. Okay. Hmm. What should we play here? So he didn't capture. Is there any trap that we should know about? Okay. What if I capture? I'm not seeing any possible future tactics. If it goes bishop takes, then pawn to h3, kicking the knight back to where it came from, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. I could also want to go. I could also want to go knight to b5, attacking the bishop. Knight to b5, attacking the bishop. If he captures with the bishop, so let's kick the knight away to stop any future plan. So what is Cody thinking of? Boys, it's actually so. I think pawn structures is also something that we have to cover because the squares on the pawn side is a little bit weak. Hmm. Okay, bishop captures, pawn to h3, kicking the knight away. Knight has to go back. He could go actually to e5 also, but we go to e5, we could go to f6. Well, only one is going to be the best move. So what is going to be the best move? I think we're doing well both on time and on the board. Okay, so what should I play? I'm just going to play rook to the center. Obviously, he's going to see that I'm threatening this. Then maybe try to play pawn push. Okay. And after pawn push, I'm going to come here with the knight. If he decides to take me with his knight, I take with the queen, and his light square is a little bit vulnerable to attack. And this is what I was saying. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Okay, so he shouldn't have captured actually. I'm going to take with the queen. I guess he's thinking of knight to c6. Knight to f6, sorry. Knight to f6. So if you place knight to f6, we're just going to go back to, oh, queen. Play queen instead. Leaving a pawn hanging. Is there any trap that I am not seeing? Nope. Nobody, nope. Just capture. Okay. He castled, which is interesting. We can play this move. Let's just play this move. Now if you can get my knight away, you can capture the pawn on f2, so we have to be careful. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so you're spending a lot of time thinking. Okay. I saw this coming. This is why I had this move already planned out. Next, we're going to kick the knight away. Yep, and now we're going to try to go here with our bishop, putting a lot of pressure on the central e5 pawn. Okay. Okay. So the thing is, there's the bishop takes, attacking queen. If he takes, we go this way. Yes, he takes. And then if he takes, we take. And we have a knight fork coming in. So he has to be careful. He shouldn't play rook to d2. Because I think he might want to play rook to d2. Trying to bring his file as his rook. Okay, he saw it. Okay, now let's stop the plan of him bringing his rook to d2 by going rook on a to d1. Rook on a to d1. He's way low on time. But the position is it's not completely bad at all. Let's go knight back. So I am up 3 pawns exactly. I managed to escape and reach the end game with 3 pawns, leading with 3 pawns. So this should be enough for me to win the game. This should be enough for me. So where did he actually make his mistake? I think he made his mistake right from here, where he could have actually just captured, repairing his pawn structure. At the same time, the position would have been equal, but he missed this, and he was actually supposed to just capture back, but he went here. So I was completely up a pawn from here, and then he now lost a pawn over here again. So this was where I got the pawns, and thirdly, got a pawn here. So all has to do with double attacks and everything. So now he goes knight to g5. Obviously, I want to trade. Not going to think of it. Never will I even consider it. Consider not exchanging. Because now you have doubled your pawns. At the same time, you have given me a little bit of time to come into your position. Okay. Hmm. Let's just push the pawn to victory. When you have a passed pawn, what do? You try to promote the passed pawn. Hmm. Okay. So let's go. Let's attack the pawn. Actually, just going to promote taking this. Yep. And I could actually play pawn here. If it goes check, this come up. Okay. Protect the pawn. Okay. So you lost on time. Well, good game. I think that is going to be it for today. So see you guys tomorrow. Um, bye. Thank you. So don't forget to tune in same time